Welcome back to Houston Life. Greg Gatlin is the Houston pitmaster with a national following, and his flavor game is as bold as Houston is itself. He's behind Gatlin's Barbecue and Gatlin's Fins and Feathers, and now you can catch him on season 6 of Food Network's reality competition show, BBQ Brawl.
Okay, so he's been getting high praise from Bobby Flay. Greg is holding his own on the grill, and he joins us now with more on the competition, the newer restaurant. It's so nice to see you.
Good to see you guys.
We were chatting during the break. So Gatlin's is an institution here in Houston. People know and love it. In 2023, you launched the new restaurant, Fins and Feathers. This is also in Independence Heights.
Yes.
I mean, owning a restaurant is not so glamorous. So what was the push that, prompted you to open the second location?
Honestly, so I was trying to just kind of spread our wings a little bit and give a little different side of Gatlin's Barbecue. And so when we were kind of putting this whole thing together, we were like, you know what, we kind of want a Gulf Coast comfort food type of place that it's kind of like Cheers. Like you come in, everybody knows your name, your waitresses, they know you, and really kind of make it that kind of vibe. But we wanted to move away from some of the heavier meats and stuff, and you're right here on the coast, so we get fresh fish, fresh seafood, all the things that are near and dear to Houston.
Yeah, delicious flavors.
Absolutely.
Well, speaking of everyone knowing your name, Greg, you are someone who you open Fins and Feathers and boom, right away, you're like getting recognition for that's like some of the best fried chicken in the city.
Yes.
How does that make you feel to, see that not only are you doing what you love, but the city and the community is responding saying, we love that.
Well,
we love that.
so it's a thing, right? And my dad always said, he's like, you're only as good as the last thing that you just accomplished, right? And so where I'm always trying to stay on top of it, because you open those doors, people are coming, and you got to stay on top of it. And to be in barbecue for 15 years and now going on the 3rd year for Fins and Feathers, it's exciting. Every day is a challenge, and you have to embrace every single day as that. So
it even caught the attention of the New York Times, being named one of the 50 best restaurants in the United States. This is a huge honor.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the location in Independence Heights. This is a neighborhood, and Tessa and I talk about this all the time. The city is growing. It's changing. Neighborhoods are changing. You grew up in Independence Heights.
Yes.
So for you to continue reinvesting in this community, that's not by accident.
No, so we always wanted to kind of be in the areas that we grew up in, and that we wanted to put ourselves and our energy back into those neighborhoods. And to do this through food is one of the best things that I could have done. Everybody, there's always something going on around the dinner table. And so whether it's talking about school, homework, challenges in life, friends over, whatever it is, food's the center of it all the time.
Yeah.
And so to be able to do that in the places that we grew up, it's I'm truly proud of that, and it's one of the things that drives me every day.
Okay, I want to talk about Bobby Flay because I have a crush on him. No, I'm just kidding. No, because Bobby Flay is so respected in the community. He's so well known. What were his words to you when he's talking about your food? What was he saying?
So, and I didn't even know this, and when I saw it on the screen, I was like, did he really say that? And so me and Bobby, we kind of clicked, like even offset. And so it was really cool to kind of hear the things that he said. He was like, when he said, hey, he can probably win the whole thing, I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, I didn't know that. But he would say little things off, kind of off camera, like, hey, you holding up pretty good? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Like,
checking on you.
I was like, you didn't pick me though. And I was like, he's like, you're gonna be fine.
Okay, so checking on you to your face, and then in private, kind of saying, hey, this guy can win the whole thing. That's huge.
It's nice to know you have someone like Bobby Flay as a fan.
Yeah.
Can we just let our viewers know, though, the last time Greg took a vacation was a long time ago. You are so busy. It's been more than a year since you've even taken time to just relax, have time for yourself. When the producers called you and said, hey, we have this TV show we want you to do, how did you make the time to do that?
So I just said, when they called, I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm going to go do this, because I felt like it was just the right time and opportunity to go and do it. And I said, whatever happens while I'm gone, just don't burn the building down. But if you do, we got insurance, so it'll be fine. But no, I just felt like I needed to go and do it. Just for myself, as far as challenging myself, and then being able to be on cast with some of these great chefs that from across the country was an amazing experience.
Well, Houston is such a hot spot, right? What's this
is.
whole? Is the country just finding out about barbecue? Is it like just now all the craze?
You know what? I think it's just. It's been such a highlight, and then guys, there's the Weekend Warrior barbecue guys. There's chefs that are doing it. There's competition. So and it's such a communal type of cuisine, right? And so the more people kind of dive into it, and there's so much nuance to it. And so, being able to do things different ways, and there's so many cultural differences now. It just used to be kind of, hey, Southern barbecue, that's it. But people are adding, Vietnamese, they're adding Indian, they're adding Mexican, they're adding Caribbean, all these flavors to what we traditionally just saw as barbecue, and that's the fun of it now.
Yeah.
And Greg, before we head into the kitchen, I'm just curious, this experience, now that people know you on the international stage, really, because people watch the show all over the world.
Yeah.
You've got the second restaurant, Fins and Feathers. What will this experience allow you to do professionally and personally now that this door is open?
You know what? For me, I just want to inspire younger kids to know that, hey, you can do this too, and live your dream. If this is something that you want to do, it's not easy, but it's so rewarding at the end of the day because you put so much work into it. You get to see instant gratification with the smile on somebody's face, and so that's a big deal for me. And then what we do professionally is what we do,
Yeah.
And but seeing that, my kids, they're excited about it when they were like, "Dad, we saw you on TV," and so that was cool. So yeah,
that's cool.
And then their friends and stuff when we go to their volleyball games and football games and all the stuff, they're like, "It's your dad."
There's the famous guy. There's the famous guy that can cook.
You were famous even before the show.
Okay, guys, don't go anywhere because now we had you on the couch. We got to get you over to that kitchen.
Let's go.
Feta, mint, watermelon, smoky pork loin. Yeah, Greg is going to show us how to balance summer's boldest flavors all in one place.
Don't go away. Houston Life will be right back. That's it.
Welcome back to Houston Life. Before the break, we sat down with Houston barbecue legend Greg Gatlin. Now, he is representing the Bayou City on season 6 of Food Network's BBQ Brawl.
And people are impressed, including people like Bobby Flay. So we have made our way to the kitchen to create a seasoned pork loin, which has been resting.
Yes.
But we're going to start, Greg, with this beautiful summer salad. My mama always taught me that when your plate has a lot of color on it, that's when you know you've got a healthy meal.
She taught you well.
Well, thank you. I
taught you
agree.
well.
Where do we begin? Because it looks like you have some red onions here, a bit of sweet and savory.
Absolutely. So the basis is going to be our watermelon here, right? Watermelon's a great summertime thing.
Oh, yeah.
Total ton of flavor if you get the right ones, nice and sweet and juicy. So we take that and put it with some traditional kind of salad things here. I use heirloom tomatoes. They have a better texture and
like
the
the
color.
texture.
Yeah, absolutely. And so those hold up really well.
More consistent texture,
in the
right?
salad. Then you got some cucumbers here.
Okay.
And we got some onions. And then we've got some herbs and stuff. The herbs are going to give it that nice depth of flavor there. And our dressing is going to be balsamic vinegar, olive oil, salt, a tad bit of sugar, and then some fresh thyme.
Why do you do the sugar in the dressing?
Just give it a little balance, right? You want everything to be in balance.
Balances the acidity.
Yeah, absolutely. So you don't want something too acidic, and you don't want it too sweet, and then you put some salt in there just to mellow it out, right?
Okay.
What do you recommend for a salad like this? I mean, this one's here and ready to go, but how long can this hold up in the fridge, or is this something you would make right away?
So I would do this.
Make
So
it
if you
serve.
got it for tomorrow, do that overnight. You can let all of those things sit in containers overnight. Bring it out, then you'll mix it up. The dressing will be kind of the last minute.
Okay.
And then all the other little toppings like your feta and stuff, do that last minute.
So we're keeping this separate so it doesn't get soggy.
Right now.
And your herbs are mint and basil here, is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so can I just scoop this all together?
Absolutely, you
Wow.
can.
See, you've done all the work for me.
I know.
Hey,
You did all
you
the
make
job.
me feel
You're
like a
just
chef. Greg.
I try.
Okay. And are you leaving the stems on these herbs or no?
We can pluck the stems out right
Not
there.
as much of a chef as I
Make
thought.
him do a little something. Greg.
A little bit of work.
If
You know
you
what?
do that.
Fresh mint is awesome. If anyone who's ever grown mint at home, it takes off like a weed.
I know.
It's the best.
Exactly.
Now, Derek, I want you to pretend you're on the BBQ Brawl, okay? You have like 10, 9,
No.
8. Come on,
No, this
come
is
on.
like my
The
nightmare.
plate is due.
Hey.
You got to
That's
tell
what
him.
you got to do.
Put some
Come on,
pressure
Derek.
on this
You got to
guy.
go, man.
Greg,
Derek, we're hungry.
So
We're
much
hungry.
respect for you because if someone were doing that to me, I would walk off the set.
Yeah, he
Oh,
wants
it's
to walk
crazy.
off the set right now, but
It's
you can't.
crazy.
We're doing the show.
All right.
Okay, and then you were just mixing this up with your
Yeah,
hands
you
here?
can take that, mix that up
He
with your
also
hands there.
doesn't like to get dirty or sticky.
Ah, is that right?
I get dirty all the time. I don't like being sticky.
Sticky.
Yes,
Okay.
sticky. Okay.
Awesome. So now we'll take our
A little bit of
dressing
dressing.
here.
How
Yep.
about how much of this dressing are we gonna
Do
use?
like maybe half of that.
Maybe half of that. Okay.
Boom, there you
Perfect.
go.
That's about that.
Gorgeous.
Awesome.
Then you have
amazing.
some what?
Arugula's going to go over the top. Yeah, so mix that in a
Mix
little bit
this.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That's gorgeous.
Very nice there.
And then the
salad
arugula is
looks
just
good
going to
too.
finish it off. Okay.
Okay.
There you
Just
go.
like that, and then some
Mix that up
fresh
a little bit.
feta.
Feta.
Mix,
There we
mix.
go.
Look at that.
Boom.
Here you go.
I think this is good to go, right? So then we're just ready to plate this.
Absolutely.
How long, once it's all mixed together, Greg, about how long is that going to stay fresh and ready to eat?
You probably got half an hour, 45 minutes before it starts to kind of do its thing or whatnot, but that's totally fine. You know,
Chef Derek,
get your
here you
beauty
go.
shots beforehand.
Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Well, I dig in. I think it's time to gird our loins.
Absolutely.
Is that right?
Let's gird our loins. Okay, tell us
Now-
how you prepared this and then what we're going to garnish it with.
So we take ourselves probably about a 4-pound pork loin right here.
Okay.
We're gonna brine it first.
Okay.
And then we'll leave that overnight. So that's gonna be sugar, water, onion, garlic, oranges, lemon juice, bay leaves.
Okay, we're going to put that on the website so
Put
people
that
can have your
absolutely. We'll stir that all together, pour that over the pork loin, let that sit overnight. Then we'll bring that out,
Okay.
and then we'll season it with our rub here. So
Okay.
this
You
is
wanna
our
grab
little
this?
pork rub. Yeah. So you'll take that, but you don't have to. You can put a little bit because it's already on
Oh,
here.
okay, no,
but
that's
like,
already on
yeah.
there. I want to do it exactly how
Yeah.
you do it.
And so once we take it out of our brine, we'll
Okay.
take it, we'll season it up with our rub, then we'll put it on the pit.
Okay.
We'll let that smoke probably around hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay.
Then we'll bring it down, and then we'll go onto a live fire. We'll
Okay.
have another separate grill, and then we're gonna sear this. We're gonna put that on a sear. We've got a nice sear over the top. You see we got our grill
beautiful
marks and
grill
stuff right
marks.
there, right?
Beautiful.
And then we'll bring that out. That's just gonna seal our flavor. We're gonna let it rest, and then we'll go in to cut it.
Okay.
You ready?
I've been waiting for
Right?
this the whole show.
All right,
I think
come
I'm
on.
ready.
And no shortcuts,
Get
right,
that right.
Greg?
No shortcuts.
I mean, you got to take every step seriously here.
I don't know if y'all can see that, but we have a beautiful smoke ring right around that piece of loin right there, right? And so this is going to be absolutely amazing.
Is there a way to cut the pork specifically against grain, with grain?
No,
Like,
so
how do you
this
do
is
it?
So we just cut it this way. You don't want to cut it long ways, so you're going to cut it short
got it.
ways here, right? And this is we're going to cut this kind of like in pork chop sizes here.
Yeah,
Boom,
delicious.
boom. And then we'll take this and we're just going to plate that. Ladies, this smells so good.
Look at that.
We got an
So-
audience
Look at
full of,
that.
I hope,
So
hungry
amazing,
ladies.
right?
Yeah.
Okay,
All right, take
real
this.
quick, what are you going to do to finish it? You have your homemade mustard and the...
Yes, so this is a mustard barbecue sauce. A lot of times here in Texas, we're going to do tomato base.
Yeah.
But this pork deserves something else besides the tomato base, man. This golden, beautiful, tasty, zingy, sweet. Yeah, it's delicious.
He's right.
Put that right over the top right there, and then we're going to garnish
Okay.
this. This has a little acid, right, to kind of cut a little bit.
Those are pickled red onions.
Yes,
Is that right?
Pickled onions right here. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to have a moment with that in the break, Greg.
Boom.
We
Yes.
love you. Thank you so much.
you so much.
for
Greg
showing us
Gatlin,
how
thank
to-
you
y'all.
so much. It's great to see you.
You're absolutely
Very
great to
proud
see
to
y'all.
call you
Thanks for
one of
having me
our
on.
own.
Thank
Go
y'all
check them
so
out
much.
on Independence Heights. And don't forget, season 6 of Food Network's BBQ Brawl is airing right now. 4 episodes left. You're going to shine. We know it. So we have provided a link where you can connect with Greg.
right.
Just look for the Scene on Houston Life section of our website, houstonlife.tv.
Okay.